What's going on in the Atlanta real estate market? What's going on with home values? Where are the best schools? Cleve has all the answers for you. Call Cleve Atlanta Real Estate Show on Talk Radio 640 WGST. Now, here's Cleve Gaddis.
We have a guest on the line, John Birchfield with Brand Mortgage. And, John, I was operating the phone system when we called out to you to put you on the air, and I'm the one that hung up on you, and I apologize. That's not very professional for us to do that.
I'll accept your apology.
So John Birchfield is with Brand Mortgage, and he makes it his mission.
You know what? While we have John on,
What?
because I mean, I wanted to ask you something.
What's that?
Cleve?
Yes.
I heard through the grapevine, which is really you told me, that you are not only will John Birchfield's voice be heard on this fine radio station, but I heard now you're going to be on some other radio stations. You are now going to be a syndicated radio host.
That is correct. Thank you for mentioning that. Starting in August,
you
we
told me
will
to
be
before,
syndicated on a couple. Alfie, come on, man. Come on. I didn't tell people you burped in my ear right before the segment
No, that's
started.
true.
You don't have to tell everybody everything. Good God.
But congratulations on that.
Thank
buddy.
you very much. Yes. Thank you. I'm pretty sure 640 will not allow me to tell the other stations that I'm on,
It's
but you'll be
okay.
able to hear us 3 times a week in the metro Atlanta market. But we've got John Birchfield on. John is a lender with Brand Mortgage. He makes it his mission to guide each home buyer step by step through the entire loan process so they are educated and confident in the mortgage options available and can make the best decisions along the way. John's telephone number is 678-226-7887. One more time for those of you that are slow in writing it down, 678-226-7887. John is our preferred lender, and I will guarantee you that if you give John a chance to do your loan, you will not be sorry. John, give us a quick update on the mortgage market.
Oh, it's going great. I looked up some statistics today, actually, and it looks like June's application volume was up about 24% over June of last year. So we've seen a significant increase in application volume. 16% of that was represented in additional purchase money applications. But we did see a shift back to refinances as mortgage rates are doing incredible as well.
And so you haven't seen nearly as many refinances late last year and early this year as you had prior to that. So that's a big deal. That means the interest rate environment you must have enough spread over what people's rates are now and what they hope they will be when they refinance to make it worthwhile to go through the refinancing. And I know this was not something we planned to talk about, but what's your guide for somebody who's thinking about refinancing, how to determine whether or not it makes sense to refinance? Because you have an upfront cost, or generally you will. And so what's your rule of thumb? What do you recommend for people?
Rule of thumb, we want to drop the interest rate at least 1 full percentage point. But one other thing that we're looking at right now is very popular with the refinance market is can we reduce the term of their loan, okay, cut the years off, but still maintain a manageable payment. And 2, and often at the same time, we get to eliminate some mortgage insurance that they may be paying because
the values have gone. Yeah, the values have gone up so much. So what I tell people, John, and you tell me if you agree, is that whatever your upfront costs are, my goal is for you to, and that's just the interest and upfront cost. That's not, for example, if your mortgage payment goes from $800 to $1,100, but it's because you go from a 30 to a 15 year. That $300 a month is not additional cost because most of that $300 a month, in fact, all of it is going towards your principal. But if it costs you $4,000 to refinance a loan, then I recommend to my clients that within a 2 to 3 year period, in interest payments, that they should be able to save that $3,000 to $4,000. What do you think about that? Is that a good rule of thumb?
Yep, absolutely. That's the same math I use.
2 to 3. Is that what you use? 2 to 3 years. So $3,000 to $4,000 refinance cost or closing cost on a loan. Get somebody to run some interest calculations on the interest you'll pay over the first 3 years, 2 to 3 years, and make sure you're saving that $3,000 to $4,000. So from an interest rate environment, we talked a little bit earlier. In fact, I think it was on last week's show where we talked about Brexit actually causing the interest rates to go down just a little bit. I think they kind of settled back up about where they were before all of the turmoil, all of the end of the world because the United Kingdom is getting out of the European Union. Is that still about the same? The rates have settled in about where they were before, or where are they now? I mean, I know
that's about the same, but we're still right at 18-month lows. So we really haven't seen this type of interest rate since January of 2015.
So
we got lots of people taking advantage of that.
Would it be correct to say that somebody could do a 30-year fixed rate, 3.25, 3.375, 3.5%, something like that?
Yeah, that's
depending upon their credit, things like that. And, now, if somebody needs to do a refinance and interest rates are so low, I mean, they could get a 3.5% rate on a refinance instead of a 3.375, and maybe the lender could help pay some of the closing costs, which reduces any money they'd have to have out of pocket, which is huge. So, John, everybody thinks that all the down payment assistance programs are literally gone, and that's not necessarily true. Can you talk to us about the Federal Home Loan Bank down payment assistance program, or whatever they call it? I don't even know they call it a down payment assistance program.
Yeah, we call it a grant.
A grant, okay.
Grant.
Okay.
And yeah, that's an exciting product. We're very excited to be partners with the Federal Home Loan Bank of Atlanta, and they offer a grant for low to moderate income families.
And what does that mean in Metro Atlanta, low to moderate income? Under what for household income? 60,000?
80% of HUD median income, and it's by household size. So the more people in the household, the more income the household can produce. Family of 4, Atlanta Metro, you're in the mid $50,000 range for the household income. Got it.
And you can qualify if you're at that or under. You can't qualify if you're over that.
That's right. We would search for some other type of financing solutions for you if you were over that. But they'll grant up to $5,000 in down payment assistance to use towards your down payment. And it does it on a matching program, which I think is really neat. They ask the buyer to contribute $1, and they'll come in with $4. So as long as the buyer can put in $1,250, then they're going to get the maximum benefit of $5,000 from the Federal Home Loan Bank of Atlanta.
Which is awesome when you think about it. If you've just joined us, you're listening to the Call Cleve Atlanta Real Estate Show. I've got John Birchfield with Brand Mortgage on the line as my guest. John can handle all of your refinance or your purchase mortgage needs. 678-226-7887, 678-226-7887. John, I was reading something the other day. You may or may not be familiar with this. My guess is you are. That the average home in Atlanta, the average priced home, $260-something thousand, can be purchased for 65% of the cost to rent the same home.
Yeah.
It can be purchased for 35% less than you can rent the same home for. And a lot of times it's on a cash basis, meaning your real costs are 35% less. Sometimes you have to have the benefits of the being able to write off your interest rate and be able to deduct your taxes that you're paying on the property. But that is just amazing. And I'm not saying that everybody who's listening needs to purchase a home, because if purchasing a home is not right, not at the right time, you're not going to be there for a few years, things like that, you need to rent. But those of you who've been thinking about purchasing a home, who have been a little scared to go ahead and dive in the pool, give John a call, 678-226-7887, 678-226-7887.
This is Call Cleve Atlanta Real Estate Show on Talk Radio 640 WGST.